Ladies and gentlemen, food waste is the latest environmental issue to hit the headlines and make waves in the food industry. According to the European Commission, 88 million tons of food are wasted annually in the European Union. That's about 143 billion euros and 3.3 gigatons of CO2 emissions. As a matter of fact, 1/3 of food produced globally is lost, either during processing or at the retail or consumer level, the latter being more common for industrialized countries. So what are the reasons to reduce food waste? Well, food waste alone generates about 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Some 43 million people in the EU cannot afford a quality meal every second day. Less food waste saves money for farmers, companies, and households. A number of creative initiatives are in the making to reduce food waste, including apps and restaurants upcycling food waste. One of these apps is Karma, a Stockholm, Sweden-based app that helps retailers sell excess food directly to consumers at dramatically reduced prices. Karma launched in Sweden in November 2016 and expanded into the UK in February 2018. So far, they have a grand total of 1,500 partners, including restaurants, cafes, hotels, bakeries, and grocery stores, 300 of which are in the UK, with roughly 350,000 end users across both markets. Its competitors being UK-based Winnow, whose tech assesses the value of what's being dumped, both in terms of cost and environmental impact. And there's also the app Too Good To Go, where users don't know exactly what they're going to get. They just show up at the restaurant and get a portion of whatever they have left. Olio is a different kind of app that takes a more C2C approach. It's chiefly aimed at neighbors who can use the app to share extra food, surplus vegetables from their garden, or excess bread amongst themselves. So what is the situation like in France? French supermarkets must now donate unsold food to charity. France became the first nation in the world to ban supermarkets from wasting food under a 2016 law. Stores can be fined 3,750 euros for each infraction. Across France, 5,000 charities depend on the food bank network, which now gets nearly half of its donations from grocery stores. According to Jacques, head of the French networks of food banks, known as Banque Alimentaire, the new law has increased the quantity and quality of the donations. There are more fresh foods and products available further from their expiration date. In my native Sweden, a group of entrepreneurs has taken all this one step further with the pop-up restaurant ReTake, which collects food discarded by supermarkets and transforms whatever it receives into delicious food. The ReTake team is running the pop-up on a 6-month trial run, and so far, response has been so encouraging that even the Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden has dined there. So, what can you expect to eat at ReTaste? The menu is both eclectic and inventive, making use of techniques like dehydration and fermentation to extend lifespans. The menu changes week in, week out, as the produce is completely unpredictable. However, there are a few things that we always get. About 80% of the collection is fruit and vegetables, with some bread and small amounts of meat and dairy. It's pretty much the proportions for how we see a balanced diet, plant forward, with some cereals, meat and dairy on the side. It's fun to have to think outside of the normal and apply high-end chef skills and techniques to whatever lands in our delivery van each week, says Osborne, which is one of the co-founders. Similar initiatives exist elsewhere, like Wasted London and Jamie Oliver's Fresh Thinking Cafe in East London. Permanent restaurants exist in the Netherlands, where Instock has several restaurants up and running. So, is what we used to chuck in the bin the future of gourmet food? Thank you.